Forensic biology is the branch of science dealing with the examination of biological materials that are encountered in crimes against persons and also, of course, property. This section deals with the examination of hair, fibers, diatoms, plant material like wood, leaves, seeds, fruits, and flowers, pollen grains, and then cigarettes, bidi, jarda, insect, flies, maggots, etc. Now, with regard to the nature of physical examination and vis-a-vis the type of analytical information that the laboratory can provide, this can be as follows. Now, with regard to hair, it can be loose hair found at the crime scene, or maybe the hair is present in the victim's suspect's clothing. Hairs may be entangled in the fist of the deceased or the victim. Hair may be on the combs, and in case of rape cases, maybe the pubic hair gets exchanged between accused and then the victim, or hair may be on weapons. It can also be on the vehicle, crime vehicle. Now, in all such cases where hair is found, the probable question that can be asked is, what is the origin of these hair? Is it animal? And probably the site from which they have come, and comparison between the hair that is questioned and the sample hair which we try to collect from the suspects, and if this whether there is any match or comparison between the two. Now, when it comes to fibers, similar type of questions can be asked, and it can be a loose fiber found in the crime scene, or maybe on the victim's clothing, or the kind of rope that is used in case of strangulation or otherwise the hanging, and the cloth bits, cards, then fiber adhering to the vehicle. So these are some of the sources from where the fiber can be located, and the type of examination that can be conducted and type of question that can be asked can be like this: whether the fibers, whether they are fibers in the first place, whether they are natural or man-made, and whether the fibers in question belong to the same original source. And in all cases of drowning, it is also very important that we need to collect the water samples for the presence or otherwise of diatoms, and for this we have to request the doctor conducting the post-mortem to collect the long bones and sternum from the victim's body, and then the IO has to collect the water sample from the water body from which there is a suspicion that the person got drowned and killed. Now, in such cases, it is pertinent to put the question to detect the diatoms and then have a comparison between the diatoms that are extracted from the bones and the water body. And in case of the wood, they can be in the form of fragments. It can be sawdust or logs or broken wooden parts of a weapon. In the process of commission of crime, maybe it so happens a part of the weapon, namely the wooden portion of it, if it is fallen, fragmented and broken and fallen, then it will be relevant to ask the following questions: whether it is wood in the first place, what type of wood, and comparison of this wood to determine whether the question and the control came from the same source. Now, if it comes to the examination of tobacco in the form of cigarettes, cigars, and then jarda, bidis, it is quite relevant to ask detection of tobacco leaves, comparison of tobacco leaves to fix the source or commonness of the origin. Now, pollens are also equally important because they have the tendency to adhere to the cloth items, and then especially crimes which happen, the molestation and sexual assaults that happen in the remote places, outskirts. Now, there will not be any other direct evidence, and pollen alone can form the evidence. And if we can determine that the pollen source from the scene, from the garments of the accused and also victim, if they are showing the same kind of species of pollen, then it is proved that the comparison is established and the commonness of source of origin is also established. And similar is the case with insects, flies and maggots. Detection of this to the species level will help us in determining the time since death. Of course, the usual precautions and guidelines need to be observed whenever we collect the biological evidences. The hair samples should be collected with rubber tipped forceps. They need to be air dried and packed in paper packets. And the weapon, if it is if you find that there are some hair sticking to it, the entire weapon after drying should be packed such that the hair will not get disentangled. And of course, whenever a question sample is sent, for purpose of comparison, control samples also need to be accompanied. For fibers also, fiber samples should be collected with rubber tipped forceps and packed in a paper packet. And diatoms, of course, need to be placed in bottles containing saturated sodium chloride, which will act as a preservative. And of course, the sample water, 2 to 3 liters from the water body, should also be collected in sterile bottles and they should be sent to the lab. And wood fragments can be, they sticking to the article should be packed in paper packet, and use of forceps if necessary can be used, and it should be packed in paper packet. And since these items are biological in nature, the preferred packing material will be either paper packet or cloth parcel. Now, the insects, if you want to establish the crime, the time since death, it should be collected in sterile bottles and wide-mouthed bottle with small piece of flesh inside, so that the insects or maggots can survive, and the mouth of the bottle should be covered with gauze cloth so that sufficient aeration is possible for the growing maggots. And other plant material like leaves and flower and bark, they need to be properly